Warped Tour 2010, ACtv, is that what it's called? AC what? ACtv. Yo, fucking ACtv in the house. Cone 1. Brown Tom, and thank you.
I'm burnt out already. It sucks. No, it's actually really fun. We're playing This Is Great. We've been doing it for 12 years. Tom's been doing it for a lot of years too.
Couple more,
couple more years, a couple maybe 20 more, but
yeah, you know, I'm old school. I was here, I don't know, not the first Warped Tour, but maybe the third.
You should be on the punk cred stage.
I should be on the punk cred stage. They asked me to, but you know, I was like.
Tom plays in Gob.
Yeah.
So people that don't know that, now he's our guitar player. He still plays in Gob, but they're a Canadian band and they've been around a long time before us. So
a little while
He gives
before.
cred to our band.
Yeah, I'm the cred. The credometer.
Believe it or not.
The credometer went into the red when I joined.
Yeah. Well, I think nowadays, I mean, when we put out our first record, people were kind of still buying albums. Now it's mostly online, downloading. There's a lot more bands, you know, a lot more indie labels, a lot, you know, just I don't know. I feel like there's a lot more bands than when we first started out.
Yeah, people aren't buying records, but it seems like they're still coming to shows, which is good because that's our place, you know. I mean, making records is good, but on the stage is where we really shine, I guess. I don't know.
Yes, we do.
That's where it works.
Yes, we do.
We shine on the stage.
You're shining right now. Dude, you got the mic and you're shining.
This is my shining shirt.
We have a new album coming out. Probably September, October-ish, and we have a free download coming in the next few weeks, so you can go on sum41.com, download a free song, hear a song off the new album, and then we'll be touring for the next year and a half.
Hey, Justin Pierre here with Motion City Soundtrack at Warped Tour 2010 Backstage. Come out in January called My Dinosaur Life, selling like hotcakes, and I don't know, it's pretty sweet. I don't know, I think this might be our 6th or 7th Warped Tour. I'm not 100% on that, and by 6th or 7th, I mean, the first time we did it, we did 3 dates, and then we did like a week, and then we did 2 weeks, and then we did a year, or whatever, several months, whatever it was. But we took off last year, now we're back this year for half of it. Day 2, so far so good. Minimal mistakes the first day, nobody noticed. But this will be our first Warped Tour without Josh Kane, our guitar player, before he had a baby. And so he's hanging out at home with his loved ones. And he came up for yesterday's show, he's going to be here for tomorrow's show, but then Mr. Brian Saldahl, who is back, he's going to be filling in for Josh Kane on the guitar, so it's going to be interesting, to say the least. This is a guilty pleasure. I'm kind of embarrassed by saying this, but I happen to frequently visit the Starbucks by my house and get the bear claw.
He saw that, the bear claw.
I apologize for everything I've ever said and ever will. I don't know anything about theory. I don't know anything. I play and I try to hear things that sound good to me, and a lot of times to other people in our band are like, no, this doesn't fit in what we're supposed to go. Like, there's certain rules, but I break them because I am a rebel. So. I'd say avoid the angry and violent people. That's pretty much my rule. Is if like people cut in line and they look tougher than me, I just don't say anything. I just look down. I try to smile at everyone. I don't know. I'm new at this whole human race thing, interactions and such. Can I get back to you? Because you like doing it. because that's in the end all you'll ever have. And I didn't mean that to sound like negative. I just mean that like whatever you do, it's important to do it the way you want to do it. I don't know if I speak for everyone though in Motion City, because I tend to do a lot of hibernating. I'm trying to be more outward and interactive with the human race on this particular Warped Tour. But in the past, I've tended to lean towards the bunk area of the bus and watch movies and read books in between performances and signings and eatings. So I don't know. We're not nearly as cool as you think we are. Sometimes, you know. I'm not saying, but you know. Okay.
You know. Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm Mike from the All-American Rejects, and you're watching ACtv. You know, it's second day in the Warped Tour. This is our fourth time on the tour, and it's great because it's like an old friend. You know, like every time we come back, it's the same thing. There's a lot of new faces as far as bands go, but you know, same crew people, same environment, and you know, we always have a blast, and so it's great to be back on it. And you know, 2 days in, the weather's been beautiful, which is very lucky, and so no complaints so far. It's great. Right now, we're working on new songs for a record, but it hasn't gotten to the point where we're confident playing them by any means. So sticking to the old stuff. In fact, we're doing a lot more of our first album songs, which was that was when we were on Warped Tour the most, was during that first record cycle, and like, so it's kind of like bringing it back to where, you know, where we came from in a way. That's a tough one. I guess I just want to, if I'm remembered for anything, I guess it's, you know, just playing in this band, you know, knowing that for 7 years now, I've been doing what I've wanted to do with my life, and actually being able to do it and pay a rent. So that's an amazing thing to say I could do for almost a decade. As soon as we get done with Warped, we're going to continue writing and hopefully start recording in the fall and have a record out March-ish. We'll see. The label always, you know, throws those dates around and then moves them. But yeah, early next year, new record. So that's it from backstage at the Warped Tour in Mountain View. And yeah, it's time to go get some barbecue.
Hey, what's up? This is Trevor.
This is Scott.
I'm Chad. We are face to face, hanging out here at the Warped Tour on ACtv. It's great to be back out here on the Warped Tour, punk rock summer camp. It's been about 7 years since we've done the Warped Tour, but we're back to play for a whole new crop of kids and hope to bring some more fans into the fold. And I don't know, play some stuff that doesn't have screaming vocals. Scott?
I concur.
I concur. All right, I'm not asking those guys anything else. Face to Face was actually on the very first Warped Tour ever, back in, I believe it was 1995. We formed in 91, and next year we'll be a band for 20 years. Wow. So we're veterans of punk rock stuff. Although we were sellouts early on in our career, but now we're indie again, because things just kind of tend to move in circles. Basically, we can't find a record label. But anyway, yeah, we were on not only the first Warped Tour, but the first 3 consecutive Warped Tours. I think this is our, what, 6th?
Fifth.
Fifth?
Yeah.
5th Warped Tour. We only like the Clash. We're totally punk rock.
We love the Jam.
We hold up the socialist ideals of a one-world democracy. And
we don't know what the word proletariat means, but we use it in every other sentence.
Yes. We're very punk.
There you go.
We hate corporations.
He was over.
He's over. What's your take on that?
Our lives could be
Wait, hold on.
The opposite of punk.
Time out. Lady Gaga and the Illuminati in the same sentence? Is she like the harbinger of end time?
I think so.
I'm starting to get a bit scared.
I agree.
Oh,
I guess that just ruins getting her a guest on our new record.
Oh, man.
She was on the short list.
Oh, okay. We're out here pimping our new record, Laugh Now, Laugh Later, that we just recorded. It's our first record in 8 years.
Fall 2010, Antagonist Records, Laugh Now, Laugh Later.
This record for all of us, I think, was really natural and fun to do, and all the pressures sort of were off, and we were just kind of doing it for ourselves, which is more fun, for me anyway. I don't know about these two guys.
Do not look behind the curtain. This is all you need to know right here is face-to-face.
Broke the fourth wall, dude.
Did I? I did. I kind of
Don't break the curtain. Hell yeah.
Don't break the
Anyway.
fourth wall. You know, a lot has changed with the scene. I barely recognize it as punk rock. When we were coming up, we were constantly scrutinized being a punk rock band for making decisions that weren't in line with everyone else, like maybe going to a major label and stuff like that. But today a lot of that stuff seems to be completely irrelevant. I think there's still good music out there. There's good music from every generation and era. I just have yet to find a band I really like from the current generation.
Today.
Right?
Yes.
I don't know. What do we like?
We like to have,
Alistair's
we
Ghost.
like to have
Or
throat
what was that one
lozenges
band?
on our rider.
Dead Poets Society?
Lozenges.
Yeah.
Bring Me the Head of Anastasia.
Bring Me the Head of Anastasia.
We're
is, I
really
think, our
into
favorite
that band. That's like our favorite new band.
Oh my. I would say don't buy neon clothing.
Yes. That would be my no booty shorts with band names across the back. Have some respect, you know? You have parents that care about you.
Don't wear a beanie when it's 112.
I think, you know, the kids should favor comfort over fashion. A skull cap made out of wool in 100-degree weather is probably not a great call. But then again, the jean shorts with the rolls at the bottom may be comfortable and cool, but not a good look also.
So you're both sides of the street.
Yeah, a little bit of each, just, you know, within reason.
I'm Joe, I play bass for St. Eagles.
And I'm Junior, and you're watching ACtv.
It's pretty much compiled of just different people from different bands.
I'm from the Bay Area.
I know Mikey, Matt, Jordan, and Dan all went to shows together. Dan, Mikey, and Jordan all played in a band called Time for Living. And they wanted to start a pop punk band. Got around and started it. Later on, I joined. I played in another band that went on tour with them, and their bass player quit, so I tried out. And he came along. We've had a couple member changes here and there.
But for the past 3 years, it's been a solid lineup. For me, it's just your local scene. You know, you get involved with that, and you just start supporting all your local bands, and then you starting your own bands, playing local shows, and just seeing other bands that you grew up listening to, like Bad Religion, Descendants, Black Flag, all kinds of California bands. You know, Strife was a big influence on me. And for us, and now being able to tour full time as a job, we're able to help out our friends. You know, that's kind of like the connection we like to make. You know, people from New York, Philly, Boston, wherever they're at, they're like brothers to us. So we always try to have that connection where, hey, you know, let's do a tour next summer, let's do a tour this fall. And we just get together and go out on the road, no egos, no nothing, just there to have fun with the crowd and enjoy playing music. 2007? Yeah, 2007 was the first year Satyr Ghost did Warped Tour, and we did 3.5 weeks in a box truck van with 10 people, no AC. But it was the funnest Warped Tour experience we had, you know, like, we didn't know anyone. We knew some bands here and there, but like, we weren't part of a little group of the elite group of Warped Tour, whatever you want to call it. So we just kind of woke up, did our own thing, and just performed, and we made a lot of good friends from there on. and this is our 3rd year. We did it in 2008. We did the whole thing. That was the first time ever being on a bus. Whole different experience, and this is our 3rd year. And I mean, going from 2007 to now, it's just, it gets funner and funner just having more and more friends being a part of it. So. We usually play like 400 to 600 cap venues if we headline. We always like doing very intimate shows where the crowd can just come up on stage, take the mic, jump, do whatever they want. Our show's their show, they can do whatever. At a festival, there's obviously more people, so there's a barricade, and we just try to put all our energy out there so we could kind of like feel the vibe together.
Basically just has like a bunch of footage of like oil rigs and stuff like that, and all that stuff. It's pretty much like a song to get people aware of what everybody's doing in the environment.
Not that we're saying that we're out there every day trying to make a difference, but we try to do our part. But if something goes wrong, we're not complaining because we know we're not doing more to solve the problem, you know? And everyone should do a little bit here and there to kind of make the world a better place. When our video launches, hopefully within the next 2 weeks, we're going to be doing a lot of non-profit stuff to raise money for the oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico. It may not be a lot of money, but it's something, you know. We try to go with a smaller non-profit organization where they donate a bigger percentage.
Hey, what's up? This is Alan.
And Joe.
From 4 Years Strong, and you're watching ACtv.
Awesome.
Yes, this is the 2nd day of Warped Tour, and it is hot, long days, hanging out with lots of friends, doing cool stuff.
A bunch of catering. No, just been chilling, trying to stay cool.
Yeah, it's been fun so far. Clubs in Warped Tour are just so different.
Just playing during the daytime is like the weirdest part about the whole thing, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, and playing outside and competing against 10 other bands all playing at the same time and getting lots of sunburn. There's a lot of things there. I mean, it's yes, it's hot and yes, they're long days, but I mean, it's well worth it in the end because you're spending your summer with all your friends outdoors every day. I mean,
it's like summer camp.
It truly is like summer camp. I've just always played music my whole life, really.
Yeah.
And
then
we started the band.
None of us wanted real jobs either.
No,
That was a
real
big
jobs
factor.
are not fun. I've had a couple here and there, they're not good.
No.
And we just started the band. We've been going for 9 years now. I don't even know anymore.
We missed a year of high school and still graduated somehow.
Yep, I missed a year of high school touring.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
shit.
Warped Tour is a little different than the rest of it, but I'd say it's probably even better. Because it's just a whole different experience of hanging out with so many people. It's great. This is Goose.
And I'm Nate from Polar Bear Club.
And we're hanging out backstage at Warped Tour.
Well, so far it's awesome.
Yeah. It's good. It's not too hot yet. Actually, it's actually been pretty cool. We play in the shade. This is our first time on a bus.
So that's very nice.
We have a ton of friends on Warped Tour. We've been eating food and hanging out in a parking lot, and it's been good. It's been a good summer.
The first one I was with, I think, was in 97. It was awesome. A lot of bands that never came through my area. Like a lot of this, like Southern California, like pop punk bands and stuff were on the tour, and I got to see them for the first time. It was really awesome.
I've only been to Warped Tour once, and I don't even remember what year it was. It wasn't that long ago. I'm a young guy. I'm only 22. So it was like the headliners were like against me. So it's really not anything. No classic tale, but it was awesome. I remember going and just having a really good time with my friends and getting a sunburn.
It was like I was really young, like first, second grade, something like that. My older cousin, he got me into a couple of bands like REM, They Would Be Giants, stuff like that. And I loved music from that point on. I always wanted to be a musician after that.
I was never really into like becoming a musician to be like the best musician in the world. Like it was more like my next door neighbor had a band, and I was like always hanging out, and I was like the little kid that was like really, really annoying. And so they were like, "Oh, want to play bass?" And I was like, "Yeah, it seems easy enough." So that's how I got into music.
Saxophone in high school band or growing up. So I was kind of like rebelling against actually learning how to play guitar, and I just kind of like wanted to learn how to play songs. I didn't really get into much theory or anything like that. So pretty much everything that I play and write is just through like my ear and how I want it to feel and sound and stuff. So my first guitar teacher didn't really teach me that much. There's a band from Long Island called the Sound Majority, or they were a band, and we all really liked Sad. It's named after one of their songs.
I take pride in the fact that we are a band that really doesn't have any gimmicks. There's really just a bunch of, shitty dudes that just like play rock music, and I think that's kind of something that I really take pride in our band, and I want kids to take that from us, if anything. Like, we don't wear eyeliner, we don't do anything like that, so it's just honest. Yeah.
Hey guys, we're the Cab, and you're watching ACtv. I mean, this is our first time ever doing Warped. Our first show was yesterday, and it's been a lot of fun. We've been seeing a lot of familiar faces, bands that we've been touring with for the past like 3 years. And then we've been able to watch bands that we looked up to growing up. We've got to like share stages with them, and it's been really exciting. And I know Johnson's probably having the time of his life over there. He's been like a kid in a candy store. I think growing up, my dad was a singer. Nice. I used to go to my dad's shows and watch him sing on stage, and just like in awe. Like I was like so proud, like to be like my dad's kid, and I was like, wow, I wish I could do that. But I never knew I could sing, and then I kind of just got pushed into it. But yeah, probably my dad. Like just growing up, he was always singing, and his mom, my grandma, was always singing. So I was kind of always around music. So that kind of was what got me into it.
My mom got me into piano. Started taking piano lessons when I was 5. I hated it, but now I'm very thankful, and I can love it.
My first Warped Tour, I was all about like meeting the bands, and like I wanted to like get pictures with all of them, and I wanted to see like Newfound Glory. That was like the main band. I wore my Newfound Glory shirt. I watched the Casualties. I watched Something Corporate. I watched, who else was on it that year? Good Charlotte was on it that year, Bad Religion. Yeah, I remember it was super cool because MXPX, the drummer, Cyrus, for Newfound Glory, was so cool, and he like signed his big drum head for me, like to Alex, and it was just like so cool. That was one of my first rock shows where it was just like I was ecstatic. Like I was just running stage to stage, getting free stuff, and going down the giant slip and slide, and like it was like the first show like my stepdad went to me with, and I just did whatever I wanted.
Just work hard, and if you're coming out and you're a fan of Warped Tour or you're playing, bring lots of sunscreen.
Awesome.
Like write good songs, don't suck. You'll be okay.